Masturbation is harmless, even healthy, but what if I told you it could be killing your drive, wrecking your sleep, and rewiring your brain in ways that you don't even realize? If you've been feeling foggy, unmotivated, or struggling with women, this might be why. Let's break the myths wide open. In this video, I'm exposing the 3 biggest lies you've been told about masturbation, including how it really affects your brain, your energy, and even your performance with women. We'll look at the science, break down the facts versus the fiction, and help you take back control of your mind and your body. And stick around to the end because I'm going to reveal one little known habit that can instantly reverse the negative side effects and help you build your focus, your confidence, and your sexual energy starting today. Myth number 1 is that masturbation is perfectly healthy and totally harmless. Now, here's the facts. Excessive use of pornography, and let's be real about it, when most dudes are masturbating today, they're doing it with pornography, so it's important to add that context here. Excessive pornographic use can lead to arousal dependency, and a dependency specifically on novel pornographic stimulus, which reduces men's responsiveness to their real partners. Men who consume porn frequently report much lower sexual interest in their partners, despite increased solo activity. And compulsive masturbation behavior in general has been correlated with low self-esteem and social isolation. Overindulgence can lead to brain fog, reduced productivity, and difficulty concentrating. When masturbation becomes addictive, it may signal some underlying mental health issues like OCD or anxiety, which themselves require addressing. Myth number 2, masturbation is good for reducing stress. Now, again, we're going to talk about porn use here as well, but using porn to cope with stress can actually exacerbate emotional dysregulation and mood swings. It also creates cognitive impairment. Porn overuse is linked to poor focus, procrastination, and impaired decision-making due to constant dopamine surges. Let's talk about dopamine dysregulation. Compulsive porn use actually alters the reward pathways in your brain. It actually mimics substance addiction. When you start consuming it excessively again and again and again, you require increasingly extreme content to achieve the same level of arousal. Much in the same way that an addict with any particular drug starts to need more and greater doses of that drug to get the same high. Myth number 3, masturbation at night can help you fall asleep. Pornographic consumption often involves electronic devices which emit blue light, which suppresses your melatonin production and delays the onset of sleep. Nocturnal blue light exposure, which is common with late night porn use if you're watching it on a laptop or on your phone or something, disrupts your circadian rhythm, which leads to insomnia, leads to fragmented sleep and a reduced REM cycle. Problematic pornography use is actually linked to higher stress and emotional dysregulation, which causes insomnia symptoms. Compulsive porn use leads to delayed bedtimes, reduced sleep duration, and fatigue due to dopamine-driven binging patterns. Late-night pornography use creates a double burden. The blue light suppresses your melatonin, which makes you feel more alert. The stress and the guilt that can sometimes be associated with masturbation and porn consumption leads to cortisol spikes, which lead to sleep fragmentation. How can we fix this problem and kind of break this habit of excessive porn consumption and excessive masturbation? We use a thing called a pattern interrupt. So a pattern interrupt is this concept of identifying the trigger that causes you to engage in a particular habit. With the example we just said before, maybe you excessively use pornography to get to sleep. Maybe your pattern, your habit is you're about to go to sleep, so you jump on a Pornhub or something and you start jerking it, right? So what we need to do is identify where that pattern starts, whatever the trigger is. In this one example, maybe it's going to bed, right? And we have to find a way to interrupt that pattern. In that example, a really simple way would be to remove all electronic devices from your bedroom, put them across the other side of the goddamn house, or maybe in a locked cabinet in a safe or something that is timed to only open up at like 6 in the morning or something. That's just one very extreme example. The idea is removing the ability to even access the stimulus in the first place. Another example is maybe your porn consumption or masturbation is triggered by scrolling Instagram and seeing big booty Latinas on your feed all day. So perhaps you want to interrupt that pattern by unfollowing every single one of them and also not incessantly scrolling Instagram so you do not get the trigger which causes the pattern in the first place. Assessing the pattern, seeing how we're engaging in it, what triggers are causing us to pursue the pattern or start the pattern again, or start the habit rather, and then we're going to try and interrupt it before we even get there in the first place.